I gotta be real. Like, just doesn't even make any sense. That just doesn't even make any sense. Stand around Destiny and scream homophobic remarks. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe what I'm watching. Oh, dude, I'm in pain. Like, you're doing this event without, like, major security. You will not find a source that does, like, a breakdown of the evidence that says otherwise. It's just not true. She just profiled this guy like crazy. So, it appears the Destiny has been demonetized on YouTube. Now, I don't know if we've got 100% confirmation of that, but he did go live on his channel earlier. So there are 3 possible reasons this can happen. You can either set your channel to be for kids, which has obviously not happened. You can get a strike that has made it so your memberships will lapse or something. But Destiny was live today, so that didn't happen. And it can be because you've been demonetized. Those are the reasons that this can be. Those are the 3 reasons this can happen. So it does seem Destiny's been demonetized. Does seem Destiny's been demonetized, okay? So, Destiny is a complete, disgusting, deadbeat, perverted, felching, violent, spastic, meth addicted, deranged fucking loser who is truly absolute fucking filth. And every aspect of how he's handling this situation disgusts me, drives me insane. It disgusts me that I used to, you know, think this guy had any fucking sense at all. Disappoints me with how unintelligent, how much missed opportunity he leaves out there. Truly some of the most reprobate behavior. However, if Destiny was going to get demonetized, it should have been for actual violent threats. It should have been for doxing. It should have been for weaponizing his off-platform community to break the YouTube TOS, break the YouTube community TOS, which is absolutely laid out as a provision in the TOS. If it was going to have happened, it should have been for that. It did not happen for that. It's happened because Destiny has said things that fucking conservatives spout off all the time. There's infinitely worse shit being said on YouTube all the fucking time than what he's been saying over the last few days. It's purely because of a fucking moral outrage, because of a fear of government crackdowns, because companies are getting called to testify in front of Congress.
Just put the principles in the bag, dude. No one cares.
Yep. So obviously, I totally think this is completely fucking wrong. This obviously should not be happening. From what I can see, this should not be fucking happening. Unless there is something I'm not seeing here, some determination that's been made. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's due to direct influence from the admin. I honestly would not be surprised. So you should not be okay with this. You should not be okay with this at all. It is absolutely a first they came for moment. You should not just sign off on this because you fucking hate the guy. And I say this as someone with more reason to fucking hate this guy than any of you, okay? To be totally honest. Maybe not any of you. There's probably a couple of people here that also have personal interactions with him. But almost any of you, I have more reason to fucking hate this guy. But this is just totally fucking wrong. From everything I can see. Now, we have got a lot of Destiny stuff to sort of look at here. We can laugh at. We can still poke fun at him as much as I do think this is completely fucked. Okay, Stylo. So yeah, I did say earlier, this is literally nightmare outcome. Actual fucking nightmare outcome. We're forced to defend Destiny. Seriously, fuck Trump, man. I actually fucking hate Trump so much. So let's read some of these logs. So this is really embarrassing. This is really embarrassing for Destiny, okay? This guy's like crying about... This guy's saying basically he's got no allies because liberals are all spineless, okay? Not because he's like a sex pest abuser who constantly spazzes out in public and embarrasses himself in every possible way he possibly can. But because it's just liberals are spineless, okay? You are literally constantly fighting on every single front, every day as a liberal, and there isn't a single person with a spine out here that can do any of it, besides me, apparently. It's just too tiring at this point. There literally aren't any Lamau. They're all spineless pussies. The only other community where the bridge... So, here we go. This is when he actually shows his real feelings, right? So, starts off talking about how liberals are just weak. And then it goes into, oh, I don't have any bridges. So, it's not about liberals being weak. It's about liberals not wanting to be your friend because you're like a sex pest abuser. Because you're like a sex pest abuser who admitted to having CP. The only other community we had a bridge with torches it because Ethan's a spineless hack fuck as well. Just such a pathetic state of affairs of everyone over here. Adam Mockler is the only exception to what I said. Everyone else is a fucking loser. See you in all the camps. See you all in the camps. It's just like so embarrassing, man. It's so embarrassing. Like, even in moments like this, he makes it so hard to support him in any way because he is just a deeply interpersonally, like, just as an individual, dislikable pussy about everything. Like, he fucking sucks. Yeah, whinging about internet drama again. Now, we've got plenty of Destiny content to look at, from what I can see. I don't know how well any of this went, so we might not have a lot. But, yeah, we got some clips from Unfuck America and some footage to look at.
Not half as many as you, sir. Oh, your mic's not on. Hey! Tell us how many dicks you suck, Destiny!
So they are just like berating him. They're just like fucking berating him. Some NSC content from the event as well.
Right? I just got banned because of bad empanada, so...
Is that what?
Yeah, oh yeah, unquestionably.
That's insane.
Yeah. He made like a lot of psychotic posts about me. In fairness, I made a banger joke about him.
What did you say?
So, the Loner Box said that if Hassan became the president, he would be immediately usurped by Bad Empanada, and Bad Empanada would throw him in a gulag. And I said, but Bad Empanada would eventually get killed by his wife. She's 12, by the way. In brackets, which is funny.
Like, it's not funny because your guy is Destiny. You're a business. Like, all the replies to that were, "Aren't you business partners with Destiny? Aren't you business partners with Destiny? Why are you calling Bad Empanada a pedophile when you're business partners with Destiny?" That was all the replies to that tweet. Like, she doesn't see it. She doesn't.
Just so like he has some like child charge.
No,
thing.
he just looks like it.
I thought. There's some rumor about
I don't know. He did flee Australia. I don't know why. I don't know.
I thought it was for a child-related thing, but
I have no idea. Can't say
frankly,
that. It looks like somebody would though.
Jeez, come on. What? Look.
It is what
Kyle,
it
you
is.
seen the meme where it's like you say a horrible thing and it bounces off. It bounces off into someone who actually looks like Bad Empanada but doesn't diddle kids. Like people
There's
look
one
like
guy
him
in my
aren't
chat
bad
being
people.
like,
yeah, they feel bad.
"Why she's
about
still
it.
like
Yeah,
trimming
it's
my
just, like,
beard,
so crazy.
man?"
Like, I thought Erudite. Like, it's just so crazy. She will cry about snark behavior endlessly. And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to baselessly call people pedophiles. I'm just going to go around and baselessly call people pedophiles. It's, like, so despicable. She is subhuman. She is true. She is disgusting. She is so disgusting.
Leave me alone.
maybe.
Okay.
And unwashed. Yeah, and she's unwashed. All the time. Yeah, we've got some, Unfuck America.
Okay.
Go left.
Let's see if we can find, is it just her and Soypill for most of it? Do we get...
Absolutely. Yeah, I get good.
Do we get little Steve?
I want to speaking out for them.
At all?
Saying,
Has to do and they have TP following him.
Well, I mean, partially.
Here we go. Here we go. No one gives a fuck about Erudite. I'm sure there's gems in there, but I'm not going to watch the whole thing, so... Someone will have to get our timestamps at some point.
a 1,000 people. I'm glad to be out here, you know, popping with the viewers, man.
There you go. There you go.
I don't think he has like any social media. You're pretty much off social media.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't do any social media.
Yeah, no, it's mainly Facebook.
Yeah.
That's some boomer shit.
Facebook Marketplace, that's what you want to say.
Oh,
I like to talk to
marketplace.
adults. You know.
The old ones, though. They're hotter that way. Right.
Do you believe that what a dick sucker, bro. Do you believe that they're murderers or justified?
I think that in the United States, even where we're at right now, I don't think anybody should be killing anybody or dying because of political disagreements. I think that would require us to be further along, but I think one party right now is very invested in pushing us like further down that road to where some kind of political civil war becomes inevitable.
They're really calling Destiny. They're calling Destiny a fascist. That's crazy.
Being at the very least, like direct confrontational.
Learn how to debate better than you suck dick.
All right. So.
Well, listen. I'm gonna be real. I've seen this guy sucking dick. He definitely debates better than he sucks dick. I gotta be real. Like just doesn't even make any sense. That just doesn't even make any sense.
I'm not lying.
Okay.
Learn how to debate better than you suck dick.
Like that just does not make any sense.
I'm sorry. Anyways, are you a religious man by any chance? Very atheist.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are chill. Even if you were loud.
Personally, I do believe you reap what you sow, unless you repent to God and make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior.
Destiny will reap what he sowed.
But
Dicks, miles of dicks.
from what I'm seeing,
Is it really gonna be it? Is it just like stand around Destiny and scream homophobic remarks? So based. So fucking based, dude. So fucking awesome.
on left and right, if people keep dying like this,
You missed a pivotal moment. 2:18:43. Okay. We missed a pivotal moment.
Back.
Oh, your mic's not on.
Whoa.
Ooh, these guys are laughing. Hey, I noticed you guys like enjoying our heckler. Could I ask you guys about it?
I can't believe this bitch has autism, man. This bitch actually has autism. She actually, like, it can't just be the kick in the head. It can't just be the horse. This bitch has autism, man. This is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck, man? You're actually... excuse me? Why did you laugh at Heckler? Excuse me, why have you... I noticed you were laughing at the heckler who just called my business partner a cocksucking why did you do that? Why did you laugh at him?
I think it's pretty good. I think it's kind of funny. It's just interesting to watch for sure.
What's funny?
Oh no, it's just interesting to watch the whole thing go down.
No, what's funny about the guy calling him the Yesler?
I don't think that's funny.
Oh.
No, I'm saying like it's kind of it's crazy to watch.
Okay, gotcha. So not funny.
No.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
shouldn't say that. You should not say that. It's crazy to watch.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Real low blow.
Did you think it was funny though?
I just thought it was a
I
low blow.
paused the video when she approached them. I can't watch it. Someone please tell me when it's over.
Thank you for the 499, Jubilee.
I don't believe you for some reason. Yeah, you're pulling like a weird Wojak face right now. So
What?
a Wojak.
Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe what I'm watching. Oh, dude, I'm in pain. Oh, dude, this is so bad. Holy fuck. Oh my god. I noticed you're pulling a Wojak face. Oh, what now? Dude, this is literally, I'm trying to find, there's like a video. Where is it? One sec. Where did I put this video? It's like, dude, I can't see it. I just can't see it. It's the video of that guy going up to those, like, women. I think it's a Baked Alaska stream. Where he's like, it's like based and red-pilled. You know, it's like based and red-pilled. And I'm like, what? I can't see it, though. I can't see it. Fuck, man. I've definitely shown this before. Some people know what this is. I'm going to sit here and look for the video the whole time. I'm just going to look for it till I find it. Because Silo's saying, no one knows what that is. So I'm just going to sit here and look for it. I don't think I'm going to find it, though. Is it this one?
What illegal drugs you doing?
That's not the one. That's one of the Skyrim NPC things. I can't see it. I can't see it. It's over. It's over. Can I Google it? No. Wait. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
One. Based and red-pilled? It's based and red-pilled. Do you know what that means?
This one.
Oh, it's like, that's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Found it. There we go. There we go. It's that one. It's that one. I found the clip.
Jack face?
Low jack?
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying. That's not what's happening.
That was really worth it. That would have been worth it if it took 2 seconds. It did not. It's not worth it 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Does this guy know that girl? Or like, I'm confused. Does he know this person?
Who? That guy heckling?
Does he know the other people?
He's walking around with his wife, filming him, trying to rage bait all of the liberals to like be mean to him. And then we're like, "Do you want to talk to us?" And he's like, "No," and then like runs away.
So this guy over here,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's just like hoping somebody hits him.
Why not at least leave your dog at home? I think that's
Dude, move the camera. Dude, holy fuck.
He's also been walking
move
around
the camera.
saying, half these people don't even
Dude,
go
change
here.
the
And I was
view.
like, do you go here?
Holy
And he was
fuck.
like, whatever, man.
Dude. Whose mom is this? For real, dude. For real.
This is what he was waiting for. This is his
Holy
moment.
shit.
This is his moment, guys.
You fucking fascist loser!
I want to know how much you get on me sexually. Let's go. You want to talk? Get a side microphone. Take the mic. Take the mic. Come on over here. Come on, dude.
Oh my god.
No, you want to say anything? You quiet now?
Now I run your show.
Wait, is it not a college kid that's heckling? Is it some fucking adult? Is it some like
Shit, bro. You can't even run your own fucking diet. Get the fuck out of here.
it's a guy in red? Oh yeah, it is. Dude, what a queer. Okay, that sucks. So he's just some fat gay old fucking boomer, just like being a total schizo, dude. I thought it was a college student screaming the F slur.
I'm here to make fun of retards like you. You know the show.
Oh my god.
You know my show. I am filming you right now. You're on my YouTube channel tonight. What?
You let people fuck your wife.
I'm not even married right now. What are you talking about? How often do you think about me sexually? Yeah, why are you talking to the audience? I'm right here, bro.
She left him because he sucked dick. That's why she left him.
If I'm
She left him after she saw the
How often do you
video
think about
of
other
you
guys sucking
sucking
dick?
dick.
What do you think about other guys sucking dick? Be honest.
She saw a video of
I disavow all slurs, obviously. I disavow all slurs.
Alright, back to you.
All slurs are terrible. I disavow all slurs.
Do you guys have stuff like this on campus a lot? Or is this like pretty novel?
Your
Okay.
ideas for this country, what are they?
I mean, that's a really broad question. I mean, I believe, like, broadly speaking, and the founding of this country is a liberal democracy. I think that it has to have some capacity for people that have certain disabilities.
They were laughing at them calling him the F-word, so I was like, what's funny? And they're like, actually, it's not funny. What do you guys study?
Construction management. We're all construction.
Wait, is that that's a degree here?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. I was wondering, I was like, are you guys in like a sports team together? Like, what's the cabal going on here? Construction management. How long is that degree?
4 years.
Really?
5.
Holy shit.
It's pretty competitive.
Yeah. Is it like an engineering degree then? Like, is it similar?
No, it kind of strays away from it. It's more management and business versus engineering.
Would it be like a business degree then? Like, what would be your final degree? Bachelor of construction. Like, it's not like an arts or science or something.
It's still like an industrial science like umbrella. Yeah.
Interesting, crazy. Do you guys know any of the content creators here? Huh?
I know Destiny.
Gotcha.
Are you a content creator?
Huh?
Are you a content creator?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're live in front of like 1,000 people.
1,000 people?
Yeah. Say hi.
What's up, 1,000 people? I'm glad to be out here, you know, popping with the viewers, man.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, these college kids do not give a fuck.
You're pretty much off social
Yeah,
media.
you don't do
People are
that.
dying left and right.
Yeah, no, it's mainly Facebook.
Yeah.
That's some boomer shit.
And more so,
Facebook Marketplace, that's what you want to say.
Oh.
I like to talk to adults.
they're doing this.
The old ones, though.
So
They're hotter that way.
Build that up with this question.
Right.
Do you believe that?
What a dick sucker, bro.
Do you believe that they're murderers or justified?
I think that in the United States, even where we're at right now, I don't think anybody should be killing anybody or dying because of political disagreements. I think that would require us to be prolonged, but I think one party right now is very invested in pushing us like further down that road to where some kind of political civil war or something becomes inevitable.
No one gives a fuck,
But I mean, like, part of the goal of the American system is supposed to be able to create room for disagreement without there being, at the very least, like, you know, direct confrontational violence.
Learn how to debate better than you suck dick!
All right.
Okay, so we're caught up to where we were.
Okay.
Let's give it a little bit.
Right. If people keep dying like this, this entire country's going to split apart. It's already splitting as it is. There's left, there's right.
Also, if anyone has like good timestamps, tell me.
This is two different countries pretending to be one. Do you believe that deal?
Trump arrested Epstein.
I mean, we're still a single country.
after he lost the presidency,
I mean,
Biden
the only reason
did
I'm
that
here is
shit
because I
for
think we
4
can do better.
And
I
now
think
they're
that-
screaming
that hates each other, man.
Think he's here?
Yeah, we are, but I mean, like, at some point there has
Okay,
to be a
sometimes
decision
that was
made
funny, I gotta
on
lie.
both
I
ends
hit
to
hecklers.
kind of work
Can you tell D-Man to fix his audio?
I would argue, and like we can go through examples, like I would argue that the left has tried to do that.
Can I fix the Chinese stream?
Multiple times he wanted to get president for all Americans. He tried at several points to bring the temperature down on the violent rhetoric in this country. There was a reason why his presidency was considered much more boring in terms of his social media presence than Donald Trump's.
Because he was
I think
sleeping.
I think Obama did the exact same thing where he was trying to bring America together as much as
What's the problem on his stream?
When Henry Gates and the police officer had a conversation, Mr. Gates was
laptop's
arrested
over
at his
here.
home. Obama invited both of them to the White House to have a beer, have a chat. But the Republican side just seems to be like very invested in constantly, you know, invoking more and more violence and refusing to take responsibility for any of the rhetoric that they have. And I think that that's pushing us constantly more towards one direction. You know, civility has to be a choice made by both sides. You can't just put one side to make it.
Yeah, the audio stuff is just awful.
I say that I kind of disagree if they're pushing us in one direction. From what I can tell, it's pushing us in a different direction entirely. Obama was an exception. He actually did something for him.
Black guy with a speech impediment, very cool.
That's it. I got one more question, man.
Yeah, sure.
Can I pray for you?
You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Insofar as like justifying what Israel's doing now, I think that Israel has like a just cause for war against Hamas. I think that their behavior in war seems to be increasingly like harder to defend. I think that I think that the issue is that after Trump was elected, Bibi basically has no more leash holding him back on anything. I think that Israel is a country who has a foreign policy that's constrained by their kind of domestic relationship, you know, with their own people, and then sometimes with their
I've
international.
organised campus events with more attendance than this. You know, I'm going to give them a little bit of grace and say people might have been a little bit worried about showing up to this. I don't know if that's the reason why it looks so bare, but I wouldn't be shocked if it played into it.
Relations with other countries. I think that if Netanyahu could, I think he would push every Palestinian out of the Gaza Strip.
That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but I think before I don't think it was possible, but now it might be. I mean, I wouldn't support them doing that. I think it's bad. I think there's a lot of people that have died there now. I don't understand why they have to go in now to get rid of Hamas. I don't know what they've been doing for the last year and a half. It's not like I, you know, uncritically support every action that
Israel does. It feels like a lot of the rhetoric.
Yeah, exactly. Flights from India are incredibly expensive. Okay.
Of war after the October 7th attacks, which I thought was ridiculous.
I just have a hard time being able to be okay with like how big of a lobby APAC is and how they fund both sides of our politicians that then vote on bills to give them money and give them missiles.
Wait, what is this? What? Where did I just see this shit? Ken Klippenstein saying that 2 national security officials have told him that they are declaring trans people violent extremists. Dude. I mean, I guess we'll see where it goes. It's 2 sources talking to Klippenstein, so it does match up with the public. Obviously, he's just laying out like the public statements that have built the groundwork for this. We've heard most of these. We've seen most of this. But yeah. The FBI, under the plan being discussed, wait. Cynically targeting trans people because the shooter's lover was trans, one senior intelligence official tells me. The administration has convinced itself that the Charlie Kirk murder exposes some dark conspiracy. Senior official explains that there is no process per se for dealing with trans people as a threat group, but feels that trans individuals will be increasingly targeted under the banner of violent extremism. Under the plan being discussed, the FBI would treat transgender suspects as a subset of the Bureau's new threat category, nihilistic violent extremists. The Trump administration first created... So, dude, this is literally... They are trying to take online away from you. There is a group of pedophiles. There is a group of fucking billionaire pedophiles, millionaire and billionaire pedophiles that are trying to take online away from you and make you kill your fucking neighbors, unironically. That is what they want. This is just like... Shitposter shot someone. They're an NVE. Someone with a Reddit account where they post funny stuff is an NVE. You can say I sound like a paranoid schizophrenic, but it's totally correct. It's totally correct. It's literally just true. There are a bunch of billionaire pedophiles who are trying to take online away from you and make you and your neighbors kill each other. That's what they want. That's what they're doing. It's happening in front of you. That is what is happening. Just refute the claim. Refute the claim. That is literally what's happening. You have a pedophile president who has a bunch of pedophile friends. Peter Thiel, very likely a pedophile, given his fascination with little boys, his fascination with age, that want to ramp up surveillance, that want to remove the First Amendment, that want to create new threat categories that specifically target online communities that you participate in, as they drag in websites that you use to Congress because of the speech that is said on there, the anti-conservative speech that is on there. While Elon Musk is beaming into the UK saying violence is coming for you, violence is coming for you, you have to be violent now or die. That literally there are a bunch of autistic, billionaire, fat fucking pedophiles who want to take online away from you and make you and your neighbors kill each other. That is what's happening. The Trump administration first created the MVE designation earlier this year to replace the Biden-era label anti-authority and anti-government violent extremists. Created to categorize January 6 rioters and other right-wing groups. The new classification, sources say, gives Trump officials political and media cover. Rather than directly naming transgender people as some enemy, the White House has preferred euphemisms like gender ideology extremism. Signed an executive order establishing federal policies defining sex as an immutable biological reality. Wow. Very important thing for the government to weigh into, of course. Okay. Well, I get. Oh yeah, so Gorka here. Posting about trans people constantly. Yeah, I think we get the idea. Anyway, let's go back to this.
Yeah. And with them bombing like Qatar and Yemen and Iran, it's like, how can we say that they are our allies when they are making enemies all over the Middle East and then making enemies for ourselves?
Yeah! I mean, without getting into like a deeper conversation on Middle Eastern politics, like technically I don't know if they're making more enemies for us or if they're just fighting enemies that I think that us and the kind of like the Israel-Saudi axis already kind of agrees are enemies.
That's in the next stream. That's in the shorter one, not the 3-hour run, right, Kathy?
I mean, the issue that you run into is that the current president we have has no vision for the Middle East. Like, he doesn't understand really anything of anything. But like,
we can agree that he's a shill. Like,
that Trump is a shill.
He's like, I think the youth on either side, we are waking up to the fact that we are being purposely divided. Yeah. I'm tired of speaking this two-party term. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. Yeah. But when is it going to be enough to wake up and realize that we are on the wrong side of history?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the wrong side of history insofar as what?
As so far as
against genocide.
Against genocide, against the continuation of the war crimes that are happening. 112 countries in the UN have recognized Palestine as a state, and yet nothing is happening to change what is happening.
Sure. I mean, like, there should be a solution, you know, for the problems that exist between these two people, right? Between the Palestinians and these Israelis. I think the issue is, right now the U.S. has no leadership to present that vision. Israel has no desire to present that vision. I don't think the Palestinians have a desire right now to present that vision. Everybody's just kind of stuck in this like death loop of being perpetually incentivized to keep fighting the other side, and until somebody comes forward with some kind of pressure to say like, hey, you guys have to figure this shit out or else it's just going to continue forever. Yeah, I just don't see there being a resolution, I guess, to the problem.
All right, I just had one more question.
Yeah.
When I look into what Israel just did, signing a $40 million contract with YouTube, and with the overall supremacy that the ADL has over all of our data and media, and with Palantir, like, how is it that whenever we are asked questions about the control that Israel has, we are automatically labeled as an anti-Semite?
No, they're.
Well, I mean, partially, I mean, everybody likes to label everybody as a racist, a bigot, everything else. So one is a convenient attack. Israel's not unique there. I think the second thing is there probably is some anti-Semitism of people that are involved in it. I feel like the big issue is it's very hard for people to just have like a clear and concise criticism of maybe, I don't even know, like stuff related to AIPAC or stuff related to the support of Israel. It seems like it has to become unhinged as quickly as possible. So we might have people like Anna and Cenk and the Young Turks that have criticism of Israel. You know, now they're talking about how, well, maybe Israel was behind, or at least they knew about 9/11 and the dancing Israelis and all that.
That is true. Yeah. That is true.
I don't think there's any good evidence for that.
I'm not trying to sound like that, but if we're in such a broken system, wouldn't it be the people that are on the fringe that...
Okay, well, Kathy, can you send me those, DM me those timestamps, because I can't keep scrolling up chat to try and find them. Starting at 10:40.
Hi guys.
Biden didn't.
You're a fucking loser, Destiny, and you know it.
Hey guys, I'm with Unfuck. Just
you're a
mental
fucking
note,
loser,
we're
and
gonna
you know
go
it.
back here because all he's trying to do is rage
Punk
everyone,
ass
and the best we
fucking
can do is
loser.
ignore him because I'm gonna give him for the rest of the crowd. Try to be respectful of the person's talking. You might not agree with them, but it's okay. Try to.
She's trying to ask people to stop heckling. No. No.
You're a fucking loser, Destiny, and you know it.
Hey guys, I'm with Unfuck. Just
you're a
mental
fucking
note,
loser,
we're
and
gonna
you
go
know it.
back here because all he's trying to do is rage
Punk
everyone,
ass
and the best we
fucking
can do is
loser.
ignore him because I'm gonna give him for the rest of the crowd. Try to be respectful of the person's talking. You might not agree with them. That's okay. Try to just chill on some of the heckling because you want to keep the temperature calm and you want to keep everyone super safe. Sound good? If he'll make, we'll take him, but he won't make.
Suck it, dick, Destiny, you fucking loser.
Yeah, well, I was talking about gay porn.
Hi there. Avery. This is going to be a little bit weird question.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I think it's going to be
Dude.
There's no need for violence. If you try to incite violence right now, either of you in the green or in the red, we will just call security on you. No, we don't want violence on our side. That's not good. We need to stay calm.
The police is right over here.
Can somebody grab a police officer to dispel the fight that's happening?
Why is there no security here?
Perfect.
We went over there.
So my main concern with everything that's going on, my entire thought is, when is it going to be time for people to actually get out and protest them? When we did with the No Kings protest, we've had...
Yeah, dude, honestly, it's crazy that they've not got, like, security here just, like, taking that guy away saying kick his ass. Would you not... I feel like you wouldn't... Like, you're doing this event without, like, major security?
This is probably the most horrible time that we've had in this country, with the military getting deployed into blue cities, with people getting censored on TV, with violent rhetoric coming from our own president, with people like me being demonized. What is it going to take for the American people to have mass marches like we did back in the Civil Rights Era?
Why is no one heckling him about his sex crimes? Because conservatives don't care if you fucking sexually abuse women, they just care if you're gay.
I don't know. It's a good question. I think one of the issues is if you're like, not to get too like wokey or whatever, but if you're a majority class person, like if you're a white guy and you're like decently, you know, middle class or more, it's not really affecting you that much now. And the idea of like sticking your neck out for anything when your like livelihood isn't directly threatened, I think it's hard for a lot of people to see the issues there. So I think that's one thing. For a lot of people, like it's largely still a largely comfortable country to live in. You know, like erosion of civil liberties, especially at the edges, are things that a lot of people care about immediately. That's the first thing. I think the second thing, and this is a really challenging conversation to have for a variety of reasons, is the social media environment we live in right now is unsustainable.
Yes, they do, lol. They're just scared to be called feminists. Then why did they vote for someone that has numerous credible allegations of sexual abuse that have been, like, borderline proven in court in a couple of instances? So why is that the case? A guy that goes around just, like, bragging about it? Because they actually totally care about it, right? They actually totally do care. Also, why is it that, like, you know, I'm pretty sure if you look into sort of like the groups that vote conservative, you can actually, like, kind of predict, like, abuse of women, sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. Like, that is pretty common with groups that vote conservative. Like, you can do the breakdown there and predict that to be the case.
And I think that the right has, I think, captured a lot of that very well. Sometimes in literal ways, like with Elon Musk literally buying X. Sometimes in very not literal ways, just the way that they utilize social media and, like, you know, shamelessly tell lies and align with everybody on the same thing. And one of the big issues is that, and it's hard to, like, talk about this again because you're also using sound unhinged, but, like, a lot of people, just because they don't have a critical engagement with the media, if you just glance at things, it kind of looks like, oh, like, both sides are bad. The left is doing cancel culture, now the right is doing cancel culture, and the left had violent marches, and the right has violent marches. But, like, if you actually take the time to dig into any of this stuff, it's a lot different, you know? Like, Joe Biden wasn't calling for, you know, Chris Crocker, I don't know, whoever else got deplatformed. There was some, you know, kid that said the N-word to get deplatformed. That's not Joe Biden. But the President of the United States and the FCC guy now are openly bragging about getting people kicked off of news networks for things that they didn't even really say. So it's not the same, you know, or for when it comes to marches, like the BLM, you know, riots and everything, these were decentralized. They happened all across the United States. The majority of them were peaceful. A lot of them were violent. There was a lot of violence. There was a lot of damage. It wasn't good. But, like,
Shut up, neoliberal.
Not Obama. Biden and Kamala came out and they said, like, don't riot. It's not good. We can't do this. It's not okay. Meanwhile, on the right,
skip to 1916. Okay.
He's got a right to speak as much as anybody else. Don't hit him. Don't attack him. Don't scream at him. You're giving it to what he wants. All right. Don't attack the dude. This is what he wants. This is what he's here for.
Get on the mic! Get on the mic, you little fucking bitch! Get on the mic!
Oh, okay. So they've got this guy to get on the mic and stop heckling. How's he going to use his opportunity on the microphone, I wonder? How is this fella going to... What's he going to use this opportunity on the microphone to say?
You suck dick. You suck dick and you let people fuck your wife. You're a fucking loser.
And I mean, I don't agree with that. It's a good demonstration of right speech.
Great use of your time there.
I wouldn't go to... I don't agree with
I'm just saying that, like, the left and the right do not approach, like, speech the same, right? The left tries to hold us accountable in the media. You will never find an equivalence to the Dominion lawsuit stuff on the Fox News side, where the entire news network was pushing a lie for Donald Trump, saying that Dominion voting machines rigged the election. You'll never find a lie like that on the left. It's not the same.
Talking about accountability, I'll go back to the BLM quote-unquote peaceful protest, which when... And honestly, it was all...
Yeah, that is... I don't have the image, but yeah, that is the raped male leaves. Like, that guy just got totally fucking... Like, I mean, he mocked himself, really. He like totally mocked himself. Like you gotta stand there heckling like a fucking retard the entire time, and you get Preston going on the mic and you've got nothing to say. Okay, dude.
But there's people that took advantage of the system who were tearing down the cities and were looting their own company.
Yeah, and there were like 10,000 plus arrests as a result of that, though.
I understand, but that, they called it peaceful.
No, there was one time where a guy said the protests here are, you know, mostly peaceful, and there was the burning car behind him, and that, I think it's a Chiron on the bottom, was like fiery, but mostly, it was a stupid thing for sure, right? It was, but conservatives have taken that one thing, and they try to pretend that every single Democrat that talked about it said that exact same thing.
Well, it's in the way the Democrats take the J6 as the one thing, only thing they can point really to that.
Yeah, but J6 was an attempted overthrow of the government that was directed by the President of the United States, who watched it happen and cheerled it the entire time.
They were let in by their own
They
people.
weren't. They broke in. They broke. The Proud Boys were the ones that broke in at all three locations.
We saw the cops let the
No, you
security
did.
let
I
them
swear to
in.
God, you did. I promise you did it. If you want, you know what? If you want proof of this, go watch my debate with Owen Schroyer.
No, it was called peaceful over and over again. The protests were mostly peaceful. That's true. It is a true statement, a 100 incontrovertibly true statement to say the BLM protests were mostly peaceful. That is just true. That is correct. You will not find a source that does like a breakdown of the evidence that says otherwise. It's just not true. Like you will literally never find supporting evidence for that. There were mass scale protests. Yeah, 93 to 96% of all demonstrations had zero arrests or violence. There were mass scale protests across the country. In a very small percentage of those protests, violence broke out. No, Death Pig, you're like so retarded. It's not I did this thing. It's like people have sex all across the country. Most of it's consensual. That's what it's like, Death Pig. Sometimes it's rape. Very small percentage is rape. That's what it's like, Death Pig. Because not one person doing it, is it, you fucking moron? No, Death Pig. This is like saying a very small percentage of sex is rape, so all sex is rape. That's what you're doing. That's what conservatives do. I would say most sex is probably consensual. A very small percentage is rape. Therefore, characterizing it all as rape would be fucking retarded. Yeah, riots are bad. No one's saying riots aren't bad. You see how low IQ you sound? You're like, conservatives are this fucking dumb. They're actually this fucking dumb.
$5,000 on stage on who broke down every single barrier. It was Proud Boys, and you couldn't take that on stage.
I don't agree with what they did.
It's not about agreeing. I'm saying that the break-in on the Capitol was led by the Proud Boys, and then the people that flooded in were hardcore conservatives that wanted to circumvent the voting for the
They were not justifying riots. CNN was not justifying riots.
Like, there might be some videos after...
Find me the clip, Deathpig. Send me the clip of CNN justifying riots.
Trying to, like, lead people around, but it's just like crowd control at that point. It's the first time in the entire history of the presidency, in the entire history of like an election, where the count has actually been delayed as a result of rioters. It's never happened before.
Oh, no, oh, sorry, you mean Twitter users. Oh, sorry, Deathbeat. Again, we're talking about Twitter users. Okay, sorry, I forget, of course. You're a conservative, or you're a conservative-leaning, slightly right-leaning, or centrist, which means that the only way that can possibly occur is if your entire political ideology is built off of the shit you see online. So I should just assume, really, that whenever you're talking about something, you're not actually talking about the topic at hand, but instead talking about tweets. I should just assume that about your broken fucking inept mind, shouldn't I? But I didn't. So that's my bad. That's my bad.
Anyways, how would we come together?
We can't come together because you just did the thing, right? That's what I'm talking about.
I would say both sides are wrong.
No, yeah, I understand, but...
Then who? You said they were all supporting riots. They were all justifying riots. We were talking about CNN. You're now saying CNN weren't doing that. You're not saying it was Twitter users. Okay, so it wasn't Twitter users. So who was it, Deathpig? So who was it?
J6 is like the clearest example of the president of the United States starting with a lie that the election would be rigged before anything.
Leftists in general, just the general leftists. Right-wingers rape kids. Right-wingers rape their kids, their own kids. Right-wingers in general rape their own kids and beat their wives. Like, we can just do, like, it's just the most retarded game ever, isn't it?
With what they did. It's not about agreeing with it, it's about accountability. You don't believe that it was the president that cheerled it, caused it, watched it happen, didn't do anything, and then pardoned everybody afterwards.
He did say that.
Okay.
And then we saw Nancy Pelosi, who called, where Donald Trump called for National Guard, and she denied it, which is true. And I don't think it's her position to call or deny that, or Trump to call or deny the National Guard. But
why didn't Donald Trump look to see what people wanted when he deployed the National Guard to D.C. a month ago? Seems like he didn't care at all then. So he does have the ability to do it. He is the president of the United States. Nancy Pelosi's position is not the same as Donald Trump's there. And the thing that they wanted to think about before allowing any additional assistance was they just didn't like the optics of the National Guard being there during the voting count. But this was before any violence. This wasn't on the day of. On the day of, everybody was begging Trump to do something. His family members, a lot of Republicans were on the phone with him, and he just sat and watched it on TV as it all unfolded.
Yeah, we are holding him responsible for behavior. I'm holding all right-wingers responsible, just like you are, Death Pig. Just like you are. All right-wingers rape their own kids, because I saw some of them say it sometimes. Like, this is how retarded your worldview is. This is how retarded your worldview is. You said they were all justifying riots at the time, and then it walks back to some leftists. Some leftists were. So it is Twitter users. You were talking about Twitter users.
It was truly like one of the most deplorable moments in U.S. history, and you think it was like a both sides thing. This is exactly what I'm saying, though. Like, how can you possibly have a come-together moment when your side thinks that they didn't really even do anything wrong?
No, I didn't say he didn't do it wrong. I'm agreeing that he didn't. He should have called for that.
He caused it. He wanted it to happen. That was the goal. It's like the easiest instigation from start to finish. Like, he tried to rig the election.
I don't agree with him rigging the election. I don't think there's enough proof of him.
There's 100% proof. It's all in the open.
We saw certain ballots who were literally flooded ballots who were just thrown away.
No, we didn't. Yes, there's a reason they lost every single court case related to this. That none of this ended up panning out. There was no evidence for any of this. Do you think the outcome of the 2020 election was legitimate? 2020, the one where J6 happened, the mail-in ballot one. So like that's the big issue. Yeah. So like no, I understand, but there's no come together then, right? Like we're living in fundamentally different realities. Like nothing that we say is gonna. Like how could we possibly?
To this country. And I truly believe.
Look, doggos love regular dog. Okay? A dog is not guilty of who their owner is.
It's an echo of something Destiny said when it was talking to
sorry. Stunlock, what were we talking about? Gaza, Palestine.
You were talking about how they deserve it, I think you said.
Yeah, I think that is what you said. I think that's what I was saying, yeah. No, as somebody who's been to Palestine, who's talked to many people in Palestine, who's been to multiple villages, who's been to Bethlehem, who's talked to the PLA, I think that there is this massive issue where there are two groups of people that fundamentally don't want to live with each other, and the solution to this is unclear, because if you give, for example, all of the land back to Palestinians, then the Jews have nowhere to go. Like we're in this situation like 90 to 100 years later, where like there isn't a solution that is simple and clean and nice, and Netanyahu is like leaning into like some of the dirtiest, ugliest ways of perpetuating his power, rather than solving the issue. And I think Netanyahu actually doesn't care if Israeli citizens die. In fact, it's good if he has a few die every year to like maintain the war, which I think is really, really awful. I just think that like when we talk about Israel, we have to be complicated in talking about like when it began.
She is just like so condescending to everyone she meets. It's pretty fucking crazy. Oh, apparently, okay. So apparently, this is their Unfuck America friend, the lesbian they were with. Apparently, she jumps in to try and defend Destiny from black people.
Fuck yeah.
This is profiling in action. That was profiling in action. Holy shit. She just profiled this guy like crazy. A lesbian jumps in to protect a rapist from prayer. This is America Manifest. Can you talk about this?
How's it going? Hey, doing okay? My name's
Levi. I'm a freshman. I was just wondering, I saw a video of him in Israel laughing with IDF soldiers about how they shouldn't video like the certain crimes that they do. And I just want to ask you, how can you justify what Israel is doing while being on the left and seeing the atrocities and the genocide that they're committing?
Yeah, so I think there's two different questions baked in there. So one is the idea that there was some video of me encouraging the IDF to do war crimes and how to hide them. So this is a video that was taken, I think, like a year and a half ago when I went to Israel. I was talking to an audience full of my fans. It was like 300 or 400 people. There were a couple IDF people there because I guess there were a lot of people in the IDF there. I think at the time the big media stuff was there were people that were like putting on dresses and people.
Okay, he did literally say that though. He did say, "Don't take your phones, don't record yourself doing fucking war crime." That is basically what he said. So I mean, this is cope.
I joke, I was like, you guys have to stop video recording yourself doing stupid shit. I mean, like, they shouldn't do it either, but people try to misconstrue this as like, if you guys are genociding people, like, don't video record it. I've never made a statement like that. I think it would be a ridiculous statement to make. Insofar as, like, justifying what Israel's doing now, I think that Israel has, like, a just cause for war against Hamas. I think that their behavior in war seems to be increasingly, like, harder to defend. I think that, I think that the issue is that after Trump was elected, Bibi basically has no more leash holding him back on anything. I think that Israel is a country who has a foreign policy that's constrained by their kind of domestic relationship, you know, with their own people, and then sometimes with their international relations with other countries. I think that if Netanyahu could, I think he would push every Palestinian out of the Gaza Strip.
That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but I think before, I don't think it was possible, but now it might be. I mean, I wouldn't support them doing that. I think it's bad. I think there's a lot of people that have died there now. I don't understand why they have to go in now to get rid of Hamas. I don't know what they've been doing for the last year and a half. It's not like I, you know, uncritically support every action that Israel does. It feels like a lot of the rhetoric from the left is that they didn't even have a right to go to war after the October 7th attacks, which I thought was ridiculous.
I just have a hard time being able to be okay with like how big of a lobby AIPAC is and how they fund both sides of our politicians that then vote on bills to give them money and give them missiles. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else here? Is there anything else in the...
Hi guys.
It's one of those situations where...
Wrong one.
Biden didn't ask the same.
Let's skip into this a little bit. Let's...
Why didn't Donald Trump look... Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I agree.
Because of the reconstruction of Gaza, Donald Trump tried to rescind... Alright, I'm surviving so far.
Yeah, I'll make these maybe quick. Why... Have you noticed any violent protests since what happened to Charlie?
I don't know. I thought there was like a shooting this morning or something.
Yeah, Destiny's demonetized, I think, as far as I can tell.
I haven't necessarily seen anything. Why do you think that is?
Well, I have no idea.
You and I are about the same age. I grew up in a city that had a lot of violent protests during the whole like BLM riots and everything like that. When I saw what happened to Charlie, the first thing I did was text my family and say, I not necessarily as a call of violence, but as a defense situation. You know, I want to make sure my family's okay if something comes to their neighborhood.
Sure.
And then nothing happened. And I have been trying to rack my brain about why that is. And I guess I'm just curious if you have any thoughts.
I mean, I think one thing that plays into it a lot is probably that conservatives feel like they have all the power right now, so they don't necessarily need to be violent. You have Kash Patel, you've got Pam Bondi, who are literally puppets for Trump, and then you've got Trump, you know, leading in exactly the way they want to be led, which is into some kind of violent civil war-ish environment. So maybe they just don't feel, I don't know, the need to go out and be violent, or I don't know, that's my guess, but yeah, I'm not sure. It might just be different tendencies of different people for different things. COVID was also like a weird time in general, so it's hard to say, you know, like everybody was locked up and bored. And
I'm talking like 2016 era, well, even earlier than that, like 2012, like with Trayvon Martin and stuff. I wouldn't say that was necessarily when it was actually happening so much as the heat was kind of coming up, but neither here nor there. It seems like over the last, 10 years or something since I kind of started paying attention to things, there have been all of these, we'll never cross this line from both sides.
This sucks.
Held pretty...
No, you're good. So what, you gets up and leaves for a bit?
I've now been expired. Sorry, we'll keep
working. Is that
on
end of the
mic.
event or what?
You can debate a liberal or a conservative. So when you come up, make sure you let us know whether you want to debate a liberal or conservative. You got me as the liberal, the dirty liberal, and Austin as the representative conservative.
Okay, this is like terrible. This is just shit. Okay. Destiny comes back here.
You can give presentations, you can do speeches, where you can have people.
Yeah, and this guy should be boring. Like, it's just literally gonna be boring as fuck.
As a proponent of free speech, I'm willing to give my life to make sure that my son and my family has a better America than it was.
Yeah, who is this black guy? Is like a fucking Richie Torres skinwalker, is he not? What did we see this guy somewhere? We saw this guy on something? No, we saw this guy. We watched this guy talk somewhere, I think. Jubilee. Yes, he was on Jubilee. I think he spoke to Mehdi Hassan, right?
Complex. And how do we stop this? My theory on how you stop it is somebody has to develop. You know, Dr. King said this a long time ago. Somebody has to have sense enough to meet hate with love. Somebody has to have sense enough to meet physical force with soul force. So somebody's just going to one day have to have the balls, and I like to think I got the pair, to run.
This guy is just so cringe, man. I can't take it. I can't fucking
Somebody has to
take
have
it,
those,
man.
not be afraid of the oligarchs, not be afraid of the military-industrial complex, not be afraid of the oligarchs that are in control of this system, we'll just say. And if you have to become so caught up with trying to change the system that you're not afraid to die. Dr. King said that if a man has not found something for which he's willing to die, you're unfit to live. He gave his life for the civil rights movement as a prime example. Charlie Kirk gave his life as a proponent of free speech. I'm willing to give my life to make sure that my son and my family has a better America than it was when I came here, when I was born in 1995. That doesn't come from me, it comes from God, because otherwise I wouldn't be standing on...
What is this I'm seeing? What is this stupid fucking Hutch post? Out Black Pill left, in Black Pill libs. He's not seriously saying he's going to start hitting libs in his content, is he? He's not now saying, I'm going to be like... Dude, this guy's so fucking retarded. Dude, this guy is so dumb. I haven't seen a longer post. No, can you send it to me? Where is it? Oh. So this is a Destiny tweet where he says, looks like guardrails didn't hold. Thumbs up. Between all the mainstream / alt media I've consumed and the amount of time I've spent in liberal spaces, I think it's mostly occupied by spineless fucks anyway, who are too busy tripping over themselves to soy out each other and can literally never fucking stand on business against anything. So this is just seething that people don't want to hang around a sex pest. Big props to the MAGA fascists and the tankies that help them. Looking forward to spending time in the camps with my libbed out friends when the time comes. Yeah, but it just seems like he's saying, oh, I'm going to cry about Destiny instead now. Because the Black Pill left, he calls Black Pill, those are the people he goes after all the time, you know? Yeah, Hutch is taking it personally, I think. I think he's taking his arguments with these G's recently very personal. I think that's what's happening. I'm sorry, but like this is gay as fuck crying about his networking opportunities in the middle here. But the sentiment here is kind of true. Like the guardrails are not holding right now. I'm sorry. That's just true. That is just true.
That's taking a seat next to Destiny today. So I think that that's really what has to happen. This generation has to use social media too. We saw how quickly, let's be honest, we saw how quickly Trump jumped on the Kirk situation because people were talking about it. They cannot stop us from talking about it right now. They can't stop us whether you're Republican,
Guardrails
Democrat.
of your democracy,
you get your friends together, you get your people together, use your platforms or start one if you don't have one already, and hold these people accountable. That's the only way we change it. Politicians are crooked in the sense that they will bend to the will of the people because they need our money and they need our votes. The trick is to not let them lose sight of that. And again, whether you're Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. You have to take what you believe in and force the politicians through platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, to hold them accountable and make them do something. And when they don't, well, then, it might be time for a different kind of political revolution. One, though, without violence, which is very clear, you have to say that. Because what we have to have is a revolution of values. Not violence, but a revolution of values. A revolution of morality is needed in this country like never before. And if we lose sight of that, we're going to lose America. That's why, I know some of you might hate Reagan, but he did say that America is the last great social experiment, because essentially that's what we are. There is a reason that we're fighting about immigration. You know why?
This guy is an audience member. This guy's on UFA.
Clamoring and climbing borders to get over here. That should tell you something about the greatness of the potential of this nation. Woo! Right? It's all about potential. But we only
okay, let me give the actual answer. Okay, I'm sorry, I engage you with the subject. The reality is that nothing is going to change in Israel, Palestine, or Ukraine, Russia, because nobody wants to take the time to
actually understand it. It's nice to come out and virtue signal about dead kids. You clearly don't care about dead children because you have nothing to say about the children dying in Yemen. You have nothing to say about the children dying in Sudan. You have nothing to say about the children dying in Syria. There have been hundreds of thousands of more childlike deaths.
Oh my god, isn't this guy such an awesome like Reddit atheist? Isn't this guy such an awesome like, Reddit atheist? You care about this geopolitical conflict, but you don't care about all these others. Doesn't that mean you just don't care about any of them? Wow, isn't this guy so fucking awesome and so high IQ? He is uniquely inaudible. I can only attribute this to Christ.
Yeah, in about an hour. Okay, aggressively pass out flyers to all these people.
Dude, I hate this woman so much. I think if I'd seen as much of her content as I have as of Erudites, I would probably hate them equally. Yeah, the lesbian has a neck tat. Yeah, she's like a ex-MAGA liberal convert. So she absolutely was, she was jumping there. She was on edge. Okay, I think that's a bit of Destiny stuff.